This is New Jersey.
We are exactly what you see, bruised and scraped up knees. Still we find our way. Some come as quickly as they go. Some choose their own roads. Still they find their way.
I'm Chris Bott. I live in Chipon, Long Beach Island, and I'm also a chiropractor in Chipon.
How long have you lived here?
Lived on the island 12 years. Grew up in Manahawkin in Ocean Acres since I was 18 months.
And what happened to your place here on Long Beach Island?
We were lucky. We evacuated. We had about 4 feet of water in the garage, in our foyer, and my office was lucky. We just had some rain come in from the north side. Overall, compared to other people, we were really fortunate. Yesterday, we still don't have gas, so I can't cook, and I didn't bring enough food back when I came over. So my neighbor's house I'm taking care of too, and I saw these bags that obviously float and they hold the air still, so they're fresh. So the food inside's good, but I kind of dumped the bag into a bowl and wash my hands before I eat it. But I got some food in. I found some microwavable food that I had for dinner last night. So here's the high water mark.
So you would be chest high in water right now.
How many inches are you, Nate? How tall?
52, 53.
Inches?
Yeah.
So, and it's up to your chest almost.
Can you swim?
Yeah.
Because you would have had to. You too.
She would be.
So this is Betty's garage. You know Betty's... What's Betty? How old is Betty? Like 86?
87.
87?
Yeah,
Somewhere in there?
birthday.
Late 80s? So she usually has this all set up with her living room, kind of like a setup over there for the summer. She watches TV. And everything's usually stocked. A lot of her life is in here, and everything fell down. Everything crashed in.
Where is she?
She's up in Connecticut with her daughter and her family, so hopefully she'll be down next week or so and start to clean up. I moved all this stuff to the front to get a lot of the cushions and the carpet and stuff that would hold water out so it didn't get too funky. But you can smell it. It's pretty strong over here.
Yeah.
So, because it's been locked up, I try to open it up every day just so the air can go through. But all back in there, all those containers still have water in there. So if you step back in there, you get wet up to your knees. So, but yeah, she's got a lot of work. So hopefully her family will come down with her and help her out.
I'm sure this happens in all kinds of all disasters, but we have a firsthand experience with it. It's like neighbors helping neighbors. Like you're just saying, like what you're doing for her, she's not here. Are you?
Yeah.
You're seeing that? You're experiencing that? Yeah.
Yeah, as much as you can, you try to help out. First of all, it's an island community, so people in the off season you come together anyway. So when this kind of stuff happens, it just makes you that much tighter, and you try to help out. People that got on were lucky enough to get on for whatever reason at different times. They would call a neighbor real fast and let them know how their house was, or if you had to, like we picked up a Halloween costume for somebody that needed it. So just little things like that.
And what is your sense about rebuilding Long Beach Island and the Jersey Shore?
It'll bounce back. I mean, it always does. First of all, it's the Jersey Shore, so the money part of it, somebody's always going to want to live here. But it's also just what we do in the Northeast. You just keep going. I mean, I think you do this anywhere in New Orleans with Katrina and all that, but we'll just do it. I mean, right now everybody's been pretty calm. We got back on. We were lucky. Staten Island, New York, they're not as lucky as we are right now. So you can see the temper starting to go up. So there's all different. It's like a death. You go through the different phases. So we're in the happy phase right now. We're kind of going to rebuild. As we assess what we have and you start over. It's just a new normal. And whatever it is, we move on and we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Well, from the very beginning, it just packing up our house. We sent our children off the island for 2 days before the hurricane and had to pack up everything that we had and then, be away from home for 2 weeks. It's really nice to be back, but my job was to make sure that my children were safe at all times. You know, we kept them playing with friends, we kept them going to the park, they went to the movies, they did fun things, we read stories every night just to stay as a family. So.
You know, this is something I didn't ask Chris, but a lot of folks, I think, from talking to them, were fooled by Hurricane Irene. But you guys weren't, and you guys say you got the kids across the bridge 2 days early and did all
Yeah.
that. Well, what are your thoughts about that kind of idea that some folks were fooled by Irene?
There were many. Sunday before the hurricane, I went to Bigeletti's, and there were people there. The guy who owned Bigeletti's, I went. Several people there. That I'm not leaving. I left last year. They didn't let me back on the island. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. And I don't know. Mother Nature is Mother Nature. You can't predict what she's going to do. And my first job was to make sure my kids were safe, and we were together. I never would have, thought of riding it out. There are many people that rode out the storm and have stories to tell, but, I heed to Mother Nature, and you never know what's going to happen. I would have rather left and did everything I did, and it would have been Irene again, than take that chance and live through that. It's not worth it. It's not worth that. It's a sandbar. It's 18 miles long. Is what it is. But we're home. Our kids are home, and they're going to go back to school on Monday.
What makes you happy?
What makes me happy? My family. And I can look at my home now, and my home makes me happy. I'm going to sleep in my bed tonight. That's making me very happy.
I'm Lawrence DeLorme, owner of this house. It's in our family since 1962. The house is a 1926 old cottage, and fortunately she survived. Unfortunately, everything inside didn't survive.
Let me ask you, I've been asking everybody to weigh in on this question. How do you make yourselves happy? How do you put a smile on your face when you're dealing with this kind of thing, whether it's the fear of it coming or the pickup afterwards? How do you put a smile back on your face?
How about this? See, in my house, this house, I've been here 20 years. He's been here before me. Our neighbor here, we call this the compound. We have a great group here. We have a whole block. We have lots of fun.
Yep.
Summers are fantastic. And that's what keeps you coming back.
That's what keeps you coming back. I mean, as long as the houses are there, look, we got the view, we got, the beach, we got friends, and it's just the best island. So, the island will get back. It'll be back, by next summer. And some people, unfortunately, weren't as lucky as we were. But, hopefully they'll be back.
You can dig your toes in the sand every weekend this summer. As opposed to being home every weekend. That's what makes it all worthwhile.
That's it. And you have a
So
sunset.
20 years, I thought I'd never get tired of it.
Yeah.
You see the things you can fix and do better now, and you improve for next time.
Actually, as we said, every 40 years we got to clean the house out. But so
It's worth it.
it's
Absolutely,
worth it. Yeah,
Absolutely. That's great.
Yeah, it's worth it.
You stayed here.
Yes.
What was that like?
It was rough. I mean, I knew the water was going to come up, but nobody really, obviously thought it was going to be where it was. But it was pretty much exactly what I expected it to be. a lot of destruction. So
Now people talk
lost.
about this big wave. I've been to Union Beach, New Jersey. I was over at Beach Haven West. I've been to Asbury Park. Everybody I talked to that experienced it talks about this wave. Did you experience this?
No.
No.
No, I would say that the water. I mean, the water that we had to worry about here wasn't coming from the ocean. It was from the bay. So when the high tide for the bay came the first time it came, let's say my house is a few stairs before you get into the house. So the first wave it came like I'd say I don't know maybe second step. I should say first round of water I guess, and then. The second time it came back up is when it really got to the peak, and at that point it was just it was already getting into the house a little bit, and just the point where it was once the water started coming in, that's basically when it receded where I was at anyway. But the rest of the island, I can't say for everybody, but
Was there any fear?
fear.
Yeah.
Once the water is actually starting to come into the house a little bit and everything, of course you start getting a little scared. Obviously the house can come off of the foundation, and all those things can happen. So it's pretty much at that point you just gotta brace and do what you can to help it along the way, I guess.
So what do you do in that moment when you do have that fear? Is it just adrenaline kicks in and you just
In a sense,
moment by moment?
yeah, for the most part, yeah.
See how it looks like it ran through here? Came over the dune, came around the other houses, out this driveway. And it looks like a path to me.
So you guys were buffered
Yep.
by the brush and everything else here.
Yeah. But in here, so far I salvaged some ornaments. I'm hoping there are more up in the loft. I don't know. There may be more downstairs, and we'll see. We'll see. But little things that the kids made some of them didn't make out too well because they were paper.
Yeah.
But we have this one, and I think Alec made that one in nursery school. Good old styrofoam and
Yeah.
and
Glitter
sparkles.
stays forever, yeah.
Yep. Some things we've had since Shelley was in nursery school. Just a variety of whatnot. It's damp and icky. Mold is starting to grow.
Oh my word. Yeah.
Well, this will be a much needed clean out. And as you can see, I've been trying to resurrect
Christmas.
some of Christmas. My trees, they may probably need rewiring, but they're intact.
Yeah.
They're not broken.
Wow.
Even if this was given to Shelley when she was in 3rd grade. And it was made by Mary Tantillo's mother. Mary Tantillo owns Swell Colors, the stained glass shop. Well, her mom made this for Shelley in 3rd grade when Shelley was in the school Christmas play and was Mary. Yeah. So certain things I've tried to save regardless. Back here, things like the Christmas tree skirt I made. This we got at Woolworths. The last Christmas they were open before they went out of business in the Ocean County Mall. Woolworths. Back here, brand new washer and dryer. There was water in the dryer. Of course, the dehumidifier forget. yeah. But I found my alley elf. I think I bought this probably Al's first Christmas.
Yeah.
He has one too. But I found him, and he can be washed. But this is my little man.
It seems like for you, beyond the necessary cleanup and new appliances and things, it's a lot of the memories that you want to preserve.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, some things are going to be beyond saving, but those that can be washed, okay. If not, I'm sure we have years and years of pictures of all these things.
When did you guys get back?
Today.
Today's your first day
This
back.
morning. We did come the first 2 days. They let us on, the Monday and the Tuesday, and I started cleaning a little bit. I took a lot of pictures. They want serial numbers and everything. So we did that, but today we got back. And, you know, we've been staying with a family on the mainland who have just, you know, absolutely been our lifeline. Keith is a Stafford police officer. He was working around the clock. So we were there with Debbie and her 3 kids and her father-in-law who had just come up from Florida. So we were a household of 8.
Wow.
All of a sudden. And if it weren't for them, who knows where we would have gone. But
Where are your cats?
no cats. The cat we had actually ran away in October. Maybe it was like St. Francis told her, you better get out of town because it's not going to be good. But the food that I left out last week is gone, so someone's been eating it.
Yeah.
It may have been the neighbor's cat, I don't know. But at least I, you know, try in case anybody's still around who wants to come. But we've got a lot of work ahead of us, but it's okay. As I say, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
But we are here, and when the gas gets restored, we'll be even better.
What do you do to make yourself happy?
Today I'm not sure. I did get the refrigerator cleaned out, so that's happy. But all this time, these 2 weeks, it was just being with the family, being with the Ohlers, because they are, you know, our support and our love here. You know, Shelley's out there and Nettie's up there, and it's difficult. Nettie had her own problems with no heat or, you know, electricity for days and days and days. So, hey, we just do what we gotta do, Steve.
My name is John, and we are coming from the Jersey Coast chapter, which is in Tinton Falls, New Jersey. And we have volunteers who have also come in from other parts of the state to be with us. what we're doing here is we're distributing bulk items, which is food, cleanup supplies, coffee service, and basically anything that we have in the warehouse that we can bring out and set out for people to do. With us are a bunch of folks from out of state in the other vehicle, and they're doing a hot meal service. Just being here for us, I think, is its own reward. And again, we've got an opportunity to meet a lot of people we would never otherwise meet. You hate to meet under the circumstances, but a lot of people with a lot of really positive attitude and strong spirit, and it's just a great place to be with all of these folks. And the opportunity to take what people have done, like gathering all of these materials and hand them out, is really, really nice.
And you came all the way from Indiana to help out in this situation.
Oh, yes, sir. And where are you, Western? Western Kentucky. We've got Western Kentucky and Atlanta in here.
Wow.
And the herb is from South Carolina, so you just never know. You can go inside and sit down and eat. Sure. Yeah.
So when did you get here?
This is my 9th day.
Wow.
And we hope to get a day off tomorrow.
Wow.
They've been like 12-hour days, and but we're glad to be able to do it.
I really don't want to bother you anymore, but I'd like to ask you one more question that I'm asking everybody. What makes you happy? What puts a smile on your face in times
When
like this?
I can see a smile on somebody's face that we have just helped. It really, it's what we do it for.
Yeah.
You know? And everybody in New Jersey that we have run into has been so gracious. We have to almost force feed on some of the people because they say, well, no, save it for somebody that needs it. They need it too, you know?
Yeah.
So we're just glad to be able to do it for them.
What is your name, ma'am?
Sandy Troyer.
You're dropping off some supplies?
Yeah, I own a local daycare, and our family's dropped off like tons of supplies, but now we have to transfer them here. I think all of us here are helping other people. It's the only thing that's making us feel better at this time. Most of us didn't have power for weeks. Most of us have friends that lost their homes, family members staying with us, and everybody's just trying to help out. And I think you're seeing it in all the supplies. Like, people are just going crazy trying to donate supplies, donate their time. Last week was Teachers Week. I had a group of teachers from a local school come and help sort through things at the daycare, volunteer at the local shelters, and just try and get out and make a difference.
Yeah.
I think the big thing is we're all saying that it's going to be a very long time.
Yeah.
You know, and we're hoping that we can still make a difference over the long haul.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody's trying to just do the regular thing. We all had to go back to work. All the kids had to go back to school. It's just a real sad time around here.
My name is Gail Botts. I work at Stafford Township. I'm part of the Recreation Directors program, and I'm also the Municipal Alliance Director for the last 21 years. Right now, some people are still at the cleanup stage. They're coming down. You're seeing people come in here that are really in need. They're in shock. They don't know what hit them. And some people are a little further along. They're still in shock, but now they're getting beddings. They're getting things to at least come down here, stay, and start working on getting a life together a little bit. But you're seeing all types of people. You're seeing people that lost their breakaway. You're seeing people that lost their entire first floor. You're seeing people that they've lost everything. We started a week ago Sunday setting up, and we have worked 7 days a week ever since. And up until this week, we were here 8 to 8 in the morning to night. And we fed dinner and lunch to people that came in. I sat and talked to people that could not get a word out because they couldn't speak. They were so distraught. So we offer them coffee. I sit and I talk to them. Somebody else has a shoulder to cry on, whatever. But we're here for whatever. We now have FEMA. We're becoming a FEMA disaster area here, so we have everything.
clothing, and here is this is where we restock our pantry from. We have a food pantry up front, and we restock from here. So, my name is Betty Ann McVeigh, and I am the coordinator of the Stafford Township Recovery Center. We are at 775 East Bay Avenue, which is known as the Old Town Hall, and we're standing here in the restocking pantry of non-perishable goods.
A lot of stuff here.
A lot of stuff here. Every last bit of it's been donated. For me personally, it's been a labor of love, very, very tough in certain situations because I've worked here for a long time. I grew up in this community, and people that I've known for years have had their lives devastated by this, and sometimes it's tough to look those people in the eye and feel their pain. But that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to encourage people, let them know that they'll get through this, kind of give them a hand up, so to speak. And a lot of the people who have come here to pick up some things end up staying and volunteering because nothing makes you feel better than trying to help somebody else.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, same thing. She said, just helping people and knowing that they're so generous, or that they appreciate the generosity. And everybody too. These are all donations, which is really amazing to see.
Yeah.
And just I got a hug from some lady that she was so happy, just overwhelmed that there was so much here for her, and we're just here to help.
Yeah. What is your name?
My name's Carrie.
And you live in Manahawkin?
Originally from Manahawkin. I've been in Waretown the last couple of years, but yes.
And how long you been helping out here?
This is actually my second day because I'm working full time, so all my days off. I'm here trying to do what I can. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
So, everybody steps up to the plate.
Yeah.
And you're tired. Everybody's tired. When you lost stuff, tired working, but you never have enough tired that you can't be here.
What makes you happy? What puts a smile on your face?
Family, good friends, and community, and my faith. And I think faith is a real big thing here. People have to have the faith and the hope to keep going on. And it's kind of your rock. So if I have my family around me and I have good friends around me, then you just keep going.
When people come in, you can tell when people come in and they're truly in need. They look like they've been hit in the head with a hammer. They have that glazed over look in their eyes. And when they come here and they can have a good cry and a good hug, get a few things that they need, and they go back out the door, you can see that look in their eye of a little bit of hope. That's what makes me the happiest.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.